Good morning. It's Thursday morning, Stampin' Thursday. I'm Stampindede, Deanna Blackman, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, here with you for our Thursday morning Facebook Live. And I'm so glad to see you. It is beautiful outside. It is snowing. It's beautiful. And hopefully you do not have to get out for the next few days if you live in this area, because under that beautiful snow is a thick layer of ice. So in the Denton, Texas, and really most of Texas area, we have ice covered by snow. So for any of you who are from the north, who live up north, you're used to that. You're used to that, but we're not used to that. So everything closes down. Schools are closed. Everything closes down. But I'm glad to be here with you this morning. And I wanted to tell you about the February class to go, which is what we're going to be looking. I'm watching the snow blow around out here, which is what we're going to be looking at this morning. The February class to go includes the $35 every month. I have a class to go, and that class to go features a stamp set, a particular stamp set. And this month, that particular stamp set is Easter Friends. And you know, this stamp set, I mean, it's a beautiful Easter set. It doesn't have to be just Easter. So I'm featuring that stamp set on our monthly class to go this month. So for $35, you get the stamp set. You get a half of a package of hand-pinned DSP, Designer Series paper. Hand-pinned is a beautiful Designer Series paper that is perfect, muted colors, subtle colors, and it's perfect for this stamp set. And then you get 3 card kits, all featuring this stamp set, all inclusive, everything that you need to do that card. Plus you get a PDF and full color photos. So a lot for $35. If you want to add on to this class to go, you can add on the bow punch, which I use on the cards, which in the catalog is $18, so it's $18. And you can add on the gingham embossing folder, which I've also used in this class to go. And the gingham embossing folder is $7.50. So you get those two at the catalog price, but I pay the shipping and the tax. So if you want to add on, that's 18 and 7 is $25.50. You get the bow punch, which you will use all the time, and the gingham embossing folder, which I also use a lot. So that's the February class to go. And the deadline to RSVP for this class to go is February 10th. So you have a little bit of time. Let's see. Saturday, February 12th, is the Tulip Fields Workshop. And that's a stamp set that you really need to see demonstrated for you to be able to use it to its utmost. And so I will be showing you how to use the Tulip Fields stamp set and dies, and then you will make 3 cards using that stamp set. So to attend the workshop or to do it online, to do it to go, well, let me go back up. To attend the workshop, you either can pay a $25 flat fee and get all the instruction and the 3 card kits that we'll do, or you can make a $35 purchase, which is the better deal, because then you get $35 worth of products plus the 3 card kits and the instruction and all that. So, and as you know, through the month of February, celebration is going on. And for every $50 that you order, you get to choose a product from the celebration catalog. So that's coming up February 12th. And the deadline to RSVP is Saturday, this Saturday. So Saturday, February 5th. So if you're going to attend that, be sure and let me know. And then at the end of this month, I have a beginner class that I'm offering. It is on Saturday the 26th. I don't have my paper in front of me for that. It's Saturday the 26th, and it's a beginner class. So I'm going to show you what you need to get started. If you're not a stamper, not a card maker, but you really would love to see how it's done, you come to that class, and you will get your own tube of liquid glue included with the fee for the class, and you will get a packet of designer series paper, various selected designer series papers. All of that will be yours to take home then and use. And that class too is a $25 fee or a $35 order. So you can go to my blog, which is stampindedespot.blogspot.com. You can go to my blog, or you can go on this site and see the information for that class. All right, let's get started with this Easter Friends card kit. Hi, Kay. I see that you're watching, and I hope you can hear me. We slept a little bit late this morning. Let me turn my sound off. Just a second. Let me turn this off. How do I get it off? I always seem to have trouble when hold on. For some reason, I can't get my sound off. There it is. All right. Okay. All right. Let me move this, and then we'll get started. Let's see. I'm trying to cover up the camera. All right. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can't find anything this morning. So here we go. Oh, good morning. You can hear me. That's great. Let me turn this around. Let me turn this sound up. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, things always happen on the morning of my Facebook Lives. They always do. You know, I've told you before about how everybody decides to go outside and use their tree trimmers and their chainsaws and their lawnmowers always on Thursday morning. But this morning, the remote for my, not the remote, but the mouse for my laptop quit. And that was at the very last minute, so I didn't have time to go get a battery and come in. So anyway, I'm trying to get the light to where it's not glaring on this. There we go. Maybe that's better. All right. So this is the Easter Friends stamp set. I don't know what's under there. Oh, okay. And as you can see, it has the bunny, it has a baby chick, and it has a baby duckling and some grass, and then it has some sentiments. Happy Easter, sending warm and happy wishes this spring, my friend, and may your days blossom with joy and happiness. So some really, really sweet sentiments. All right, and so the class to go will include 3 cards. Yeah, let me find them. Here they are. So here's one of them using the duckling. And on this one, I have my friend. So it could be anything. It could be birthday. It could be get well. Whatever sentiment. Let's see. I did put a sentiment inside. I put may your days blossom with joy and happiness. You could put whatever you wanted inside and create this card for anything besides Easter. All right, we'll set that one right there. And then this card, I made 2 of these, and I still have not decided which one I'm going to use for this class. I did both of these with the Picture This die set, and I love that set. This one is with the circles. So in the circles on this one, I put the duckling head on one, the chick on one, my friend, and then I filled the other 3 with the back side of this designer series paper, and they fill the holes perfectly. And on this one, I used the rectangle Picture This die. So I only had 3 spaces to fill, and I decided for this, to fill them with just the chicks. So chicks on the top, chicks on the bottom, and in the center, may your days blossom with joy and happiness. There again, you could put happy birthday, you could put sorry you're sick, you could put sending sympathy or sending hugs, whatever you wanted in this space right here. All right, so Kay has given me her preference for these. And if you're watching this, whether you're watching live or watching on the replay, please tell me which one of these you think should be included in this class to go. I can only do one of them because I wanted to feature the bunny, the duckling, and the chicks in the class to go. So it's going to be one of these. All right. And then the third card that will be featured in this class to go is this card right here using the bunny. And this is the one we're going to make together today. And this one does say Happy Easter. There again, it could say anything you wanted it to say. But this one uses the embossing folder, and it uses the bow punch, the bow punch. Is it bow or bow? Anyway, someone can help me with that. The bow punch, the bow punch. It's not a bow. It's little green leaflet things, greenery. Anyway, all right. So this is the one we're going to make today. But these, one of these 2, this one and this one, will be included in the February class to go, as well as the stamp set. And then as an add-on, you can get the bow punch. You can get this punch and the gingham embossing folder, which I have right here. The gingham embossing folder, and we'll be using that today, but you can see it's got a gingham pattern in it. It's a really pretty background embossing folder. All right, so let's get started. Let me put all of this away, except for the card we're going to use. And I have to do this by hand because I don't have my remote, my mouse. All right, here we go. Put that back over here. All right, so we're going to make this card, and to do that, we need our white card base, which is your basic white cardstock. We need a piece of Misty Moonlight, and this is 4 by 5 1/4, which is just 1/4 less than the front of your card base, 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to run this through the embossing folder. We also need a piece of the hand-pinned designer series paper. There's the green, the other side of this. We're going to use this side, and we're going to use the color and contour die to cut this. And you probably know, if you've watched me very much, you know that I use these dies, these color and contour dies, all the time. I use them all the time, And I'm going to use this one on this card. All right. So we need our color and contour die. And then you will need your gingham embossing folder. You will need another die. This came from Ornate Frames, to cut your sentiment piece with. You could use any die for that. I'm going to use the Ornate Frames die. And you need a scrap piece of green, a scrap piece of white, and another piece of white to cut the bunny from. And this one is 4.5 by 3.5. I mean, it's just enough white to comfortably cut our bunny from. All right. Oh, and then you need the Pearl Basic jewels. As you can see, there's 3 of them up here in the corner. There again, you could put whatever you have up there, but that's what you'll get in the kit. All right, let's get started making this card. So the embossing folder, I'm going to have to use the larger Stamp and Emboss, cut and emboss machine, because this will not fit through the mini. So I'm just going to do it right over here, and I'm going to line it up with, there's a line right at the bottom of the embossing folder, and if you line your paper up with that line, then it's going to be straight. There we go. All right. So I'm going to run it through my machine, and it's not one of the 3Ds, so I just have to use my 2 plates and run it through. All right. So now we have embossed this blue Misty Moon. Misty Moon looks like I embossed a piece of. So there we go. Let's see. Can you see it? Yeah, I think you can see it. Isn't that pretty? There, do it this way. Yeah, you can see it. All right. Now we're also going to emboss the sentiment piece, but we need to stamp it first. So we're going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment. And like I said, I'm using Happy Easter this time, but you could use whatever you want. Happy birthday, whatever you want for that sentiment. All right. I can't get my chair to roll. All right. And I'm going to use black Memento ink for that. The reason I'm using black Memento instead of maybe the Misty Moonlight is that once you emboss it, it needs to be dark enough that it really shows up. So I'm making sure that I get enough ink on there. And here we go. Now we're going to put our Happy Easter on here. Okay. And then we're going to cut it, die cut it, and I'll bring out the mini for that. Although I have to go back to the other one to see. So see, you can see that this just barely fits this Happy Easter, but that's why I used it, because it does fit it, and it's a nice size for this card. Let me make sure I've got it straight. Okay, I think I do. Mash it down, run it through. I use my mini cut and emboss all the time. I really love it. All right, so we're through with this. Let's see, I don't want to lose it. Put it over there. We're through with that. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run my sentiment piece through the embossing folder. I think I got it straight. Okay, here I go. This will only take a second over here off camera. All right, got that. Here we go. Happy Easter is embossed, so we're through with that embossing folder, but we have one more cut to do. We're going to cut our white. Move this down a little bit. Our white with the, no, we're not cutting the white. We're cutting the Designer Series paper with the contour die. And I want plenty of blue on that in this particular, so I'm going to cut it over here pretty close to the edge. So I'm getting blue up here, blue here, and blue down here. All right, here we go. Those contour dies just add so much to a background piece, a layered piece. They add so much interest to it. Okay, we've got that cut. We're through cutting. There's that piece. And you know what I did? I forgot that this was this way, but I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters because the leaves are coming from all different directions. Probably if I'd paid a little more attention, I would have cut it initially the other way, but it doesn't matter. You're covering it up anyway. You know what? Mistakes occur all the time, and you just go with it. And you know what? Someone receives a handmade card. They don't care. They're not going to look, oh, look, that flower's going the wrong way. They don't care. People don't care. They love receiving your handmade cards. All right, now we're going to put our backing on here. Going to put our backing piece on here. There we go. Then we're going to go ahead. We're not using any ribbon on this card, which is unusual for me, but we're not. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on right in the middle. And I'm going to use dimensionals. Here's some. And put the Happy Easter on. We can go ahead and do that much before we stamp and color our sweet little bunny. I have about used this page of dimensionals up. Okay. Take these off. Do your fingers get stiff in cold weather? My fingers get so stiff in cold weather, and I'm looking to see, like I said, I can't use my remote. Hi, Kathy. I see that you're watching. Good to see you. All right, we're going to put the Happy Easter right up here, and like I said, it does not have to be an Easter card. You can put Happy Birthday. You can put with sympathy, anything you want on it. All right. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and cut our bows. with the bow punch that is included in your add-on. And so I need both the larger bow and the smaller bow of the white. Let's see. I'm going to have to get another scrap. I thought I had enough, but I don't think I do. Let's see if this goes on. Oh, there again. Planning, you know how it goes. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut the larger one. And then all I need is a small scrap for the smaller one. Gee whiz. What was I thinking? All right, as you probably know, I keep my white and my very vanilla cardstock scraps in a container. And it makes it so handy because all I have to do is go look in here and find a scrap that I need. All right. So all we have to do is cut another white little one, a mini one, because I need another small one. I need two large and 2 small whites. So there we have those. And then I need 2 large and 2 small greens. There's 1, 2. All right. So we have our bows. All right, and now it's time to do our sweet little bunny. And I'm going to use just a touch of petal pink, and I'm going to use the smoky slate. So let's ink him up, and I'm going to stamp him in the basic gray. So I'm going to ink him up in the basic gray. Such a sweet bunny. Okay. Don't need that anymore. Stamp him right there. Now we are going to fussy cut this guy, but if you didn't want to, you could do an oval punch. You could do an oval punch and punch him out, but I never mind fussy cutting. So what I'm going to do with my gray is I'm just going to come along here, and I'm just where it's highlighted already, I'm just going to add a little bit more color, the basic gray, just where it's already highlighted, and that just gives it a little bit more depth. See, I'm just following the marks, the shading marks that are already there, and that's not something you have to be exact about. Just following along. And this is the smoky slate, the light smoky slate. Okay, got his paws. Okay, now on his, I am going to do his toes just a tiny bit, and then I don't think I did that right there on his paws. All right. And then I'm going to take the dark smoky slate, and under his chin is going to be just a little bit darker. So we want that. And then right here along the edge of his face is just going to be a little bit darker. And right down here, and I'm just touching it ever so slightly, is going to be a little bit darker. And then around his feet, you know, where the shadows fall, it's going to be a little darker. That makes a huge difference. Huge difference. Now, I also say that anytime I do an animal, I take my black Stampin' Right marker, and I want to go around his eye with my black Stampin' Right marker. And it's just going to make it stand out a little bit. And I want to leave the little white place right in the middle. I want to leave that. So, and I'm going to do on his nose and his mouth. Now, that makes that pop. Makes his facial features pop out. And, all right. Now, I'm going to put petal pink on his feet and his ears. And I wish I could see the underside. Maybe I should do the top side. I just think a little bit of color, just a little tiny bit, gives him some character. Yeah, maybe I'll do his paws. I didn't on the sample, but you can just barely see it, but that's light petal pink. All right, we're through with our coloring. And now to fussy cut this little guy, it is not going to take any time at all. And I am going to leave the little white edge. Sometimes I don't, but I'm kind of going around his fur. I mean, I'm just barely oozing around it with just the tiniest little white edge. And that's because he's got this little bit of top-notch hair, and I really didn't want to cut that off. I thought it was kind of cute. So I'm just going to look here. We're almost done. This is an easy fussy cut. Easy. All right. Come along here, down here, and leave that little bit of hair. His foot. Is that what you call a bunny? Is it his paw or his foot? I think it's his foot, isn't it? All right, we're almost done. See how easy it is to fussy cut this little guy? Don't be afraid of fussy cutting. Practice. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. All right, here we are. Isn't he cute? He is the cutest guy. So we're going to put him on, and I'm going to put him on first, and I'm going to put the dimensionals more to the center because I'm going to be tucking in the green and white bows. I've got to look that up and see which it is. All right. Here we go. Get those pieces off. I'm going to put him right here. Move him in a little bit so that I have room for the green and white over here. All right, there he is. We're almost done. Almost done. Now watch me not be able to get, it is Thursday morning, right? Watch me not be able to get my liquid glue going. I'm going to nip it in the bud. I'm going to pin it first. Put a pin, use a pin. All right. So, it doesn't matter how you do this. And I just use the tiniest little bit right at the bottom. And I'm going to tuck it under him, though. Put one there. Probably not doing it exactly the way I did it on the sample, but I never do it the same way twice. And that's what makes card making, handmade cards. These are not Hallmark cards. They are handmade cards, and each one is different and unique. Handmade. Whoops. All right, I'm going to put this little guy right up. Let me stick him under there, right up here. And this one I'm going to put on down here. I just wanted a bunch of greenery, a bunch of bows behind him. There, got that side done. And, and you know, if you want to, because I don't glue it all the way up, you can actually take it. Oh my, am I? Yeah, I need to scroll up. I thought I was on the screen. Yeah. You can take it and you can bend the edges up and give it a little bit more depth even. See there? Of course, it's going to get mashed down in the envelope, but all right. So I'm going to stick it. Now this side, you're going to have to be careful not to let it hang over the edge. Go under there. Yeah, you don't want it to hang over the edge of the card because then it gets hung on the envelope. So this side is a little bit trickier. So I'm going to put this one, tuck it under his ear, tuck it under his leg, and just put it up here, right up there. And like I said, it's different from that one. It's different. Tuck this one right down here. And this one's going to go right on top. There we are. There we are. Now, the only thing we haven't done yet, you know what? I've told you many times, I have a lot of trouble getting things straight. I just have a lot of trouble doing that. And until I hold it up like this, I can't tell whether it's straight or not. But now it is. All right. So all we have left are our basic pearls. And I used the medium ones on that one. So I think I'll see if I have enough mediums. Yeah, I do. My goodness. I've used these a lot. So I'm going to get my Take a Pick tool and try to make it work for me. These are, my voice is sticking. All right, there's one. There's two. I always do the middle one. When I do them in a line, I always do the middle one first so that I can line the other two up around it. And here's another medium. There they are. We have finished that card. Put those over there. And you could put whatever you wanted inside. Do I have it where you can see it? Okay, there we go. Happy Easter. This is Easter Friends stamp set. Show you one more time, the Easter Friends, and it's the monthly class to go, the February monthly class to go, and I'll put all the details on this page, and I also will put everything on my blog. So, once again, I really do need help deciding between these two cards. So, if you will just comment below and tell me which of these you like best, because I need to include one in this monthly class to go. And I don't know which one to use. I don't know which one to use. So this one is just the chicks, the baby chicks. This one is using the duckling and the chicks. This one is using the round Picture This dies. This one, the rectangular Picture This dies. So if you would tell me, then I'll try to get a consensus, and that'll be the one that will be included in the in the February class to go. All right, we are done. We are done. Here's these cards and this card. Let's see. I can move that one. Here's your February monthly class to go. Thank you for being here with me. I know I'm covering up. I've got to look down and see. So, and if you're watching if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. And if you'll please comment and let me know. And it is snowing like crazy, blowing and snowing outside. So I know it probably is where you are too. Please stay in and stay safe and have a blessed weekend. Thank you very much for being here.